Good morning, everybody. It is the day before race day, and I have gone in and checked in at least. Bag and bike is there because I'm about to spend needless money in the event merchandise booth, which is always a habit of mine of spending money where I shouldn't be, but I do it anyways because I just love the sport. So as you can see, it's really good weather so far. Today is supposed to be very humid. I'm thankful that I am not racing today because of that. A little bit windy on the course. The construction has indeed cleared up, at least good enough to go and race, at least with the road and the bike sessions. But as I'm just quickly panning through here at the Expo, apologies for a little bit of the wind noise. Wish I had my wind mufflers. Then just to show around and over towards the back side, there's more of the hyper ice as well as the QR booth. A little bit of a glare there, so apologies if you can't quite see that. I fully checked in, ready to go, or at least hopefully ready to go. I still got about 20 minutes of just seeing where my bike is at, and then I'm basically gonna chill for the rest of the day once I drop my bike off in transition for the Olympic distance. Well, a quick update. I bought myself an upgrade, as you can see from my helmet. So they were doing it at 30% off for the Wing Dreams, and these Wing Dreams fit better compared to my other Wing 57 that I had. So I was like, well, that's kind of a no-brainer. And so my other helmet is in my backpack, and yeah, so unnecessary spending, but this is actually kind of a nice upgrade, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna test this out without the windshield visor on the bike to see if this bike glasses combination is going to work given the humidity. But I'm most likely going to have the visor on for the bike because it's going to be a little more aerodynamic versus what I have at the configuration. So with that, I'm going to do my shakeout kind of calibration bike ride and be on my way over to get the bike tags and go into transition. Hello everybody in transition. As promised, the bike is now racked. I am in row I, for whatever that means, and guess what is happening? Yes, you're going and seeing it live. The key to race day tips is deflate the tires. Yes, I always deflate my tires just enough so that you don't get explosiveness during the daytime heat, and then also make sure that you know you're going to be pumping your race day tires to race pressure on race day. So not a bad way to go about it is manually deflating tires. For those that have not raced nationals, swim exit comes from over there. You'll go walk around and through here into the bike in, which then you'll go and run in through transition, and then run out as well as bike out is over there. So that's where you go and exit with the bikes from the swim. And also when you go and rack the bikes, when you come back in through there, so we're gonna go along the I-794 expressway, go and make kind of a U-turn around. And then there'll be a dismount area right there where my finger's at, and then you'll go and run into bike transition. And then your run out is also going to be there, and you'll go out on Memorial Drive outwards, and then a few shenanigans through some of the parks leading back to the finish line, which I filmed earlier. So now we got to deflate the second tire, and people, it's always a controversial thing as to whether or not you want to go and fully deflate or inflate tires. I always deflate because it's always safer. That way you know you're going to have to re-inflate them. And yeah, so that is transition. The bike is now in, no turning back at this point here. And that way, right now we're underneath a cloud, but it was definitely warmer before. The open water swim competition is being held at the moment. Afterwards is a swim, but I'm probably gonna stay out of the water for the evening. I want to stay clean. So with that, I will head back to the hotel. I'll show you what the race day plan is regarding to nutrition as well as kit, and talk to you back in a little bit of a cooler place. Swim, start for open water swimming. Let them go. Yeah, it's a pretty warm one out there. One ways I'm kind of wishing I wish I was in the water, but at this other time, I'm glad I'm not in, so. All right, let's get back to the hotel, shall we? What you're looking at here is my race kit for tomorrow. I still haven't quite figured out nutrition, but I'll just walk through in terms of overall kit. Rocket X3s are my go-to shoes. There's a couple of miles on these, short 180 plus miles, but I mean, they're more than enough to get 250, so this should be good for race day. Blue will be the color of the hat that I'm wearing. Current nutrition plan, even though I still haven't figured it out, this will be right before the swim. Gonna consume only 2 gels on the bike because there's 32 grams of carbs with just my PF 1000, and then I'll have a gel on the run. So actually pretty minimal when it comes to nutrition for a race. That's a little bit more than 2 hours for me, but I think that's going to be smarter to be a little less than more because I train with a little bit less. Got my T-mat. Gonna go with mirrored goggles. That is my normal race day kind of norm. It's going to be pretty sunny in the morning, so I think I'm going to need to get a little bit of reflection. 3254 on the bib number for those that want to go ahead and track me. I'm racing with my standard kit, not my P1X, because of the stitching, which I'll talk about later in a different video. I'm going to be wearing a swim skin. I had to really think about that for a minute, but when the temperature of the water as it stands, at least to now, it's hovering around 75 degrees, which is really warm for me. And even though it is wetsuit legal, I'm going to overcook and overheat in that wetsuit. So I'm going to elect to go with a swim skin instead to keep myself cool throughout the swim. I've got my purchased upgrade to the wingspan over my Nitron helmet, which is over there. It's going to be a little bit cooler, so I think that is definitely worth a free 1 to 2 mile an hour upgrade on the bike, which I tested out earlier today. So that's the race kit. It is a little bit past 4 p.m. in the afternoon here. I am now just simply going to relax and pack and get ready for race day. And that's it. All that's left is just race day execution, and then it'll be over in 24 hours. That's all I can think about is, all right, let's just go through this one more time. Another race, another day. And with that, as I'm calling it the day here, leave a comment down below. Are you at USAT Nationals? And also hit that subscribe button, as well as hit the bell notification for videos that are going to pop in through here. I will try to get more videos out in the meantime. And until the next one, Yoshi out.